Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to Zelda's Adventure for the Philips CDI. Yeah. If you've never seen this game before, you're in for a treat.
It's the best game ever.
It really is.
It's a Zelda game. It's top-down.
Yeah?
It talks about Link. And this is one of the few games that actually has Zelda as the protagonist, which is important in gameplay to have female protagonists. And that's why it's my second favorite game.
Dude, stereo sound. Like, you can't beat that. You cannot beat these kind of features.
The good old medieval horn, too. To boot.
Good times.
Chat is screaming that you have to get sub 120.
I know. It's on the to-do list.
I know.
And hello out there.
We're going to do that not today.
We got $177,000 in donations. We need the next unlock goal at $183,000 for a little bit more Wind Waker HD Hero Mode and 3 hard runs.
Good heavens, Lucky Peaky, that it was just your headphones.
Let the opening cutscene
Nope,
play
Spirit
there.
tracks us later today.
Gasper has some
There will be
wise
no
words for
more
us.
viewing tonight.
Hi, Gasper. Just by a hair margin.
Yep. Just a little.
Just a little.
Ah, the scroll of Sherbak, bearer of sad news these many years ago. And
Yeah, this
so
is,
it was
a lot of people talk about
that
CDI games. They
Ganon,
talk about
Lord of
Faces of Evil 1
Darkness, had
Gamelon
taken
and
over
the
Toland.
cartoony cutscenes and the
He had
memes and
stolen the treasured
whatever else that's come out of
celestial
that.
signs
No
and
one ever
captured
talks about
Link.
this game.
A
This is
brave
the
warrior would have to be
forgotten
found
CDI
to
game,
face this
which is a real
evil
shame.
monster.
It's such a good game.
It really is. Like, I know why people don't like it. Like, the graphics are honestly garbage. Like, they tried to do photorealistic graphics on a console that's like worse than the PS1, and it just does not work. And the gameplay's not great. Like, the controls are a bit weird. It's fine, whatever. But it is a good game once you get into it. It's pretty solid gameplay. You know, it doesn't take long to learn.
Zelda, you're my hero.
Yeah, Zelda protagonist is always handy.
Look at that
Full voice
slow
acting.
motion.
Full voice acting is always good. How long have I been awake? I've been awake like 4 hours. I woke up like 3 a.m. Not even 4 hours, yeah.
Hello, love.
Hey.
All right, we've got a $1 donation from B-Bass saying, "Good luck on your run, Rob."
Thanks, B-Bass.
We did it.
Yeah,
World
see?
record couch.
World record couch,
We
everybody.
all have world records on this couch.
So I am world record holder for Zelda's Adventure. Any percent?
I have world record in Faces of Evil 100% all items, which is the category no one runs. So
No
by
one runs my
default,
game either. It's fine.
And I have
Yes,
Tingle any percent world record because no one else runs that game. It's just like
Yeah.
organics.
We know what we're doing. I'm just gonna delete this file. I don't need to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, let's go.
And you guys, the file name suggestion battle for this game has been intense. So by a sliver margin over Cat Bag, we are going to have MC Get World Record as our file name this marathon.
A sliver margin of $900.
Just barely by like $900.
We always have to show off this sound as well. I'm just gonna stick to the extra. Just because the delete sound in this makes no sense, because it's just lasers. Why not? And then you kill someone to create the file, so it's like fine. Whatever.
Amazing Link, that's probably not
nice,
true.
Tompa.
Yo, Tompa, I'm looking forward to it.
There
I
are
need some
many of us
competition.
in many different tiers, many different levels.
All right, let's get going.
I'm here at the top. Nope. You aren't. Amazing Link, you are not.
Well, I just had the desire to play Game Over as soon as you said let's start this game.
So we've got to pick up our main weapon here, which is the wand. MC likes to call it the Pimcane. I just like to call it a stick.
Stick.
But yeah, that's like the main weapon for this whole game here. And
Do you want to do a couch refresh roll call?
good idea.
All right, playing the game we have.
Organics.
And next organic.
Whoa. Spooky.
OC1.
And next OC.
Knight of Hylia.
Holding the Pikachu.
Rookie 12.
And the lovely lady in glasses.
Mojo.
And on donation station.
Quanic, 88.
And that beautiful man over on Tech Station.
Stinus Merit.
And we are.
The Zeldathon team.
And with that, we have a $13.12 donation from
Thank you very
Naxandria.
much.
Hi, Organics.
Appreciate
Why no
it.
100%? Good luck with the run.
Hey Nax, and why no 100%? I would have loved to do 100% of Zeldathon, but there's kind of this tricky thing with this game where we don't know what 100% really means. I've done some speedruns that I call 100%, but like realistically, I don't know if they are. Oh man. Oh, damn, I should never die in this game. Hold on. Like the thing is, there's not enough people that play this game for us to know what 100% of the game is. Like I've played enough that I can say, yeah, this is every single item I know about. But there could be more. Like I know we've got every heart container. There's 14 heart containers total in the game. I know we've got every weapon because the manual for the game lists every single weapon in the game, but it doesn't list every treasure item, and so I don't know if I've got them all.
Was there to find out besides just like
Besides playing for many, many, many more hours, which I've done a lot of,
Rubbed off.
but I still can't guarantee it's everything.
I would enjoy if I had a good controller for the console.
Yeah,
It's interesting. I enjoyed playing it. It's just bad controller.
yeah. Even like use the remote though, don't you, for yours?
Yeah.
The remote is really bad for this.
Like I got through Lords and almost Dimension 2 when I felt like playing this game and my CDI would like wanted to work.
Yeah, this controller I'm not a big fan of either. There is a really nice controller for this console, and I had one which it's styled much more like a Super Nintendo controller. It's really comfortable to use, but mine, I brought it to a Zeldathon and it broke. So, yeah, I might look at fixing it myself at one point. I'm gonna die again. Why am I dying? Why am I so bad? Okay, I've got a heart to go. There's a guy over here. Where is he? There he is. Okay. Did you drop anything? Oh.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, it's rupees in this game.
Yeah, it is rupees. Although it's a little bit, I think they do call it rubies somewhere in the game, but it's mostly rupees.
Hi Mojo. Hi Amazing Link.
$5 donation from Final Flame. Looks like I woke up just in time for some Zelda's Adventure. Best of luck, Organics.
Thank you. We've got, yeah, Tompa's in chat. I don't
And
think
Kendall
Tompa-
Steven.
Tompa's
I
never
don't think
speedrun
Stina
this game,
sleeps.
I don't think this game.
He was on his charging station for a little while,
Oh, this is controller. It just stopped attacking.
but we had to switch him out and get Zach and Jackson Parodi charging, so
Yeah, issues with speedrunning this game. Finding a reliable console is number one. Because there is no emulator that will run this game.
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple CDI emulators out there. One of them will not run any of the Zelda games. One of them will run the other two, but not this. So you can't emulate this game at all. And even if you're buying consoles, like these consoles they're hard to find, they're expensive, and they are unreliable.
That is true. Like with mine. 'Cause you
Even-
suggested mine.
Yeah,
I
we.
had, like basically I'm on the notification I let the disc, but it'll keep playing.
Yeah.
But Zelda's Adventure, I can't reliably play it. Like I'll
No.
die, it'll crash so much.
Yeah, like even we have a console in chill room for practicing,
That's, is that
and
mine?
I
We
don't
hooked
know
up
if it
mine
was.
now, I think.
Okay. The one that was in there anyway, because I tried to do a practice run of this game, and Brooks tried to play it twice as well. And you get to the end of this first dungeon, and it plays a cutscene.
And then
about
crash.
yeah,
Yeah,
5
that
seconds
was
into the cutscene, it crashes.
That was definitely mine console then.
Yeah.
It took me for like I think 50 Lord battles finally to get through once.
Dang.
Hey, I can beat Lord now
Yeah.
with the remote, mind you. With the remote.
Well, it's not bad. I'll talk a bit more about bosses as we get to them. Right now, we're just kind of running through this first dungeon here. We're picking up a lot of rupees on the way. This game... Okay, so this game doesn't have like a magic meter or anything. Let's think all this going. All the magic is based on rupees. So like anytime we want to use any weapon other than the wand here, it's going to cost us rupees to use those weapons.
Go for it.
So like having enough rupees to get through the game is actually pretty tough. There's a lot of enemies in this game that are required weapon kills, like you have to use a specific weapon to kill them. We're actually about to do our first
What do
one.
we have here? A human falcon coming close.
But yeah, there's a
Whoa,
lot of
what a great event.
like little things like that that are massive drains on your rupee count in this game, so you've got to grind a lot as you go.
CDI stands for Compact Disc Interactive.
Yep.
So it's a disc
Oh.
that you can
Tompa with the history.
put like save files onto.
Why did you kill him?
That was one of the 3 Sardaks in this dungeon. So there's the red, the blue, and the yellow Sardaks, and you have to kill all 3 of them to get access to the boss. and all 3 of them have to be killed with the green ring. They don't take any damage from other attacks. This is something I've done a lot of research into for speedruns, because there's a bunch of enemies in this game that will only take damage from certain weapons, and it turns out some of those you can actually kill without the correct weapons, but they take way more hits.
Yes.
I'm going to do one of those later in the run, because it's actually a lot faster to skip the lance, because the lance is like miles away to go and collect the weapon. There's an enemy we're supposed to kill with the lance, and it takes like 2 hits with the lance, but you can kill him in, I think it's like 18 hits with the wand, but that's quicker than walking all the way over to the lance and back again. So we'll do one of those, but there's a lot of enemies that like you have to use weapons for. I could talk all day about this game, by the way. Like, I've played this game so much, I know like all the in-depth stuff, and I just find it really interesting to talk about because no one knows about this game, and there is actually a lot of like interesting facts in terms of the development, the gameplay, just little things. And I'm full of useless knowledge about this game.
Hooray! Yay!
It's not useless.
It's pretty useless.
It's entertaining at times.
It's impressive.
Yay,
Yeah.
knowledge.
We should probably tie in a bit of knowledge here to a donation goal we want to do. So the RAM on this console is not good.
What is it?
So the memory on this console. So to the point where when they're coding this game, like a lot of the developers had to have arguments about like, oh, we need this much RAM so we can code like scrolling maps or sound effects or whatever, and there's like back and forth about how much RAM they can use for different parts of the game. To the point that they had to cut out music from the overworld. When you're walking in the overworld in this game, there's just wind in the background. There is no music at all. And you'll notice every time we scroll from one screen to another, like walking between screens, and there's this massive loading time, there are no sounds at all on the loading screens. Like it'll cut, scroll across, and then the sound will start up again as soon as it gets to the new screen. But there was overworld music written, and there is sheet music available online. And my good friend Phonic88 back on Donation Station has sort of learned how to play it. So I'd like to set up a donation goal to play that. Are you cool with that, Phonic?
Yeah, I can do that. I'll need to warm up. But what would you like to set the goal at?
Music.
Let's see where we are now. Let's say, I don't want to make it too impossible. Should we go 177,500?
Yes.
All right, that's certainly doable.
Sweet.
I'll get that set right now.
And it's actually a really good theme as well. Like I'm sad they cut it from the game because
I know,
it's
right?
a really nice
so
theme.
excited. This will be the first time that I'm up for a Phonic 88 performance that's not in chill room, where I want to take a diving leap onto the keyboard so that I can drape myself across it, like we're in some sort of speakeasy.
Well, I was always down for like the Michelle Pfeiffer red dress grand piano thing, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
Nice. That was the
I
first
do have
boss,
a
by the
red
way.
dress.
That was Lord, who's our first boss in the game. He has a weird movement pattern. It's something a lot of the bosses in this game share, where some of them are completely fixed movement patterns on the screen, and it's just really easy to like dodge around them and get all the hits, no problem. Lord is fixed movement pattern for the first like 10 to 15 seconds of the fight.
Excuse me, princess.
Nice. Lort is fixed for like 10 to 15 seconds of the fight, and then after that he just does whatever he wants, like completely random movement attacks. It's a bit of a pain, but you just kind of get used to it. So you can get like 6 or 7 hits in while he's doing fixed movement, and then you just got to try and finish him off while he's moving whatever he wants.
All right, that $10.59 donation was from Hellkith. Shall we see the disc error this time?
No.
I really hope not, because I'm probably not going to save the game. I like to live on the edge.
No, I don't save you.
Yeah,
I just hopefully.
that gives me some hope. If it didn't crash for you, hopefully I'll be okay. I'm just going to dive here intentionally, quicker than walking.
Oh no, you
That's
died.
Yeah.
Golly.
Fun fact, we had 4 hearts there. The Tektites took 10 hits to kill us, because health in this game makes no sense. They don't do half a heart per hit, they just hit, and you kind of take some damage, and eventually you die. As far as I can tell, I think health is like, it's not binary in the way that most Zelda games are. It's not like this is half a heart, this is a full heart of damage. It's like, they'll still do 0.4 hearts of damage to you, and it'll just kind of round the display to the nearest half heart, which makes no sense whatsoever and makes a lot of things really annoying. I'm going to take some extra damage on the way up here as well. I don't know, it's really bizarre. Like, enemy health is the same, but there's enemies that will die in, like, 3 hits from this weapon, but 7 hits from that weapon, and, like, the numbers don't ever work out properly.
Wow. Excuse me, princess.
I love that sound, by the way.
A $10.59 donation from Nax saying, "Phonic music, yes please."
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Just gonna die again. There's not a lot of death warping in this game. There's like 3 death warps, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 3. Might be 4. But most of them are back in the early game here, just because when you die in the overworld, you always come back to the same screen here. And in the early game, we're doing just sort of a little bit of collecting items around this area, so not too bad.
It's mentioned in the chat about the combined TV and CDI player.
Yeah.
I might need to get that.
I have one.
Just because.
But I don't have a power cable for it, so I can't use it. But it's like I have a portable one. It's about this big, and it has a fold-up TV screen, and the controls are like built into it. It's like supposed to be a handheld.
My goodness.
It's so heavy though. You cannot
Ready?
use it as a handheld. I'm gonna try and get the bless here. No promises.
Bless you.
Good enough. Good enough.
You got it.
We're gonna bless you. If you can run quickly enough that screen, she just screams "bless" at you, which is where the bless emote comes from in chat.
Bless.
And the
Bless.
gold wheel and all of that stuff is all from this game.
And now chat will bless us.
Yeah. It used to be like the main speedrun tactic to try and get off that screen as quickly as possible.
Welcome to
It turns out that's actually really bad.
Yeah, it's made of Viridis.
Have a cup of Andor.
Yeah, Viridis
cider on the house.
made this game. I don't know who they are. They made like 2 games ever, and they went bankrupt.
Rip.
Get it over with.
I wonder why.
I don't know what the second game was. I should look it up. Okay.
You want to look it up real
That's
fast?
gas.
No rush. It's fine.
Surrender.
Well, this guy.
I take this dagger. It may do you more service than it ever did me.
There we go.
Ori
This guy's
Pori,
giving us a dagger.
Ocarina of Time is our
Last
culmination game, and it's a race if we can get to 200k in order to unlock Rice versus Rice race. I am knitting a hat. So, funny story.
Who else has a big head?
It's actually the opposite. So I raced OC, and I got to pie him in the face when he played Faces of Evil, the
Which was
first of the
awesome.
3 CDI games. And so I made him a hat during that, and I got it all done, and I made a nice brim on it, and it had kind of a slouchy component to it. And then he came up to me and he said, "I really love this hat,
Yes,
but
that was totally what I said.
my head is kind of small, and I was wondering if I could have it without a brim." So, rip the dream. Here's the Speedrun Strats hat that I am slowly unraveling to make a hat that's of slightly different caliber and technique. And I tried to make it during Tingle, and I was just so into the game that I couldn't concentrate on my head decreases, and so I'm still working on it. But it's a new day, and so I might be able to actually finish my hat. So you might see me put a porcupine onto OC's head. I'm going to do some fit tests before I finish it, just I want to make sure that it's perfect.
We have a live porcupine in this Mars, Mojo.
See? It's made of bamboo.
Uh-huh.
It's all spiky and stuff.
We're doing a bit of item collecting here, by the way. Between the first and second dungeons, we
Put
have
the
to
hat
like,
on Twitter?
we have to go everywhere. There's so many
Why do you
items to
go
collect
out
in this
in the
game
meadows?
between the first and the second dungeon. We're just going to be walking around for like the next 10-15 minutes.
Croc Among Us, the Tingle game was amazing. It was a great run. It was so hype. My favorite part was when we gave Knight of Hylia a literal heart attack from being super quiet for Dora the Explorer boss, and then we knew that he had gotten past the hard part. So before he had a chance to say, "Okay, everyone, you can make noise again," we erupted into the kind of noise that you make for like a snipe donation, and he jump scared off the couch.
Basically.
It was amazing.
So this is the town of Great Wimbish. There's a bunch of shops here, and you can get some extra weapons and there's like a potion and a candle and some useful stuff. But the only thing we need from this town is the blue ring. I believe it's a turquoise ring actually in the manual, but whatever. It's blue.
So that you have to actually equip the rupees in order to get them to buy stuff.
Game's amazing. You literally have to pause, equip rupees, buy an item, then
And then pause
re-equip
again,
your
and-
weapon.
You have to take your wallet out.
Yes. There's a lot of that in this game. I will complain about it a lot in the next dungeon.
So Amazing Link asked how to find people on Twitter. We have a list of team members if you go to zeldathon.net/team, or, thank you, Cenas, plus attendees in chat will pop up a link to it. You can find us in our information. Our bios are there. Also, a little shameless self-promotion. For those of you that are new Twitter followers to my account, thank you, welcome. Check out my pin tweet. I did knit a hat in particular and special to give away during the marathon. So when the credits roll for Zeldathon Recovery, I will select a winner from everyone that has favorited that tweet, retweeted that tweet, or if you are a new follower since the Yeti started following me, which was the beginning of the Zeldathon Recovery people. But welcome to, I don't usually tweet this much, but it's Zeldathon season, so
that happens.
Get used to it. And also, I tweet a lot about Jiggy's streams just because he's incredibly entertaining. So that's another thing that you would get spam about from me.
I tweet cat pictures.
All right, we've got a $10.93 donation from Nation saying this game looks pretty neat.
It's pretty neat. You've got to, I think you have to take it in context. Like, definitely by modern standards, this game is complete garbage.
It didn't age well, but
yeah,
that doesn't mean that it wasn't
well.
really good when it came out.
Exactly. This game went through like 2 years of QA testing. It's literally ridiculous. And it was one of the highest budget games of its time. Which is kind of crazy to think about. It's one of the first games to use like photos for graphics, like digital photography to create graphics for a game.
You may be able to use. It creates a noise.
It's something you don't even see that often nowadays. Like everything's still digital now.
It is a classic.
Yeah.
So organics. Are there glitches in this game?
Glitches. So there are 2. Actually, kind of 3. Depends what you call a glitch. There is a cutscene skip. So at the end of every shrine, we pick up a what's it called?
Celestial sign.
Celestial sign. Thank you very much. It's on a little pedestal at the end of every shrine. You pick one up and it triggers a cutscene. There are 2 ways to skip that cutscene. You can either save and quit on the same frame that you pick up that sign, or you can use the harp, which is an item that teleports you to the beginning of the dungeon. If you manage to do either of those on the same frame that you pick up the Celestial Sign, you will get the Celestial Sign in your inventory, but you will not have to watch the cutscene. Unfortunately, you also do not get the heart container for the dungeon if you do that. You only get the heart container from watching the cutscene. We just picked up a spare heart container here, by the way. This log is a nightmare to walk through. It's just full of like stupid invisible walls. Okay, we're up. And it also, I won't go into all the details, basically watching those cutscenes also increases the power of your main wand attack here, so the more dungeons you go through, the stronger that attack gets. I won't go into all the detail, but skipping that cutscene, you don't get that power up, which causes issues through the game as well. Because like you just can't kill certain enemies with a weak weapon. So that cutscene skip exists, but we don't currently do that in speedruns. I need to look into whether it's worth doing that for routing. If we skip like 1 or 2, it might still work, but if you were to skip every cutscene, you would only have like 3 heart containers, and it'd just be a complete nightmare. So that's one glitch. There's a glitch where you can walk through a wall for the 7th boss in this game, which I'll do because I honestly don't remember how to fight the 7th boss properly, because I always skip him for speedruns. But there's just like a certain point in the wall for his room where you can just walk straight out and completely skip the boss. So we'll show that off later on. There's then a glitch in one of the shrines where you can walk on top of a wall and like just walk around on top of the walls in a few rooms. Actually, I should go this way. Totally walking the wrong way and taking too much damage. But that's it. That's all the glitches there are. And for a game this bad, like you'd think there'd be so many coding errors, like all these different glitches you can do, but
it's pretty sound.
It is. From everything I've tried, it's pretty sound. This is only me trying though. Hey.
Accidental fun.
Like the only people that run this game are me and MC hasn't run it. Like he hasn't tried to speed run this game in 2 years. He used to just play for Zeldathon, but now he doesn't do that. So it's basically just me looking for glitches, and I haven't found any.
You seem tired now,
So Sir Basil here just gave us a broadsword. We use that way later on in the game, but it's just close to where we're walking right now, so we're picking up on the way through. And we're finally on the way to the second dungeon. It takes so long to get all these items. This is like the longest just walking around part of the game. There's a second enemy here, and I'm pretty sure he's like right here.
Yep.
Yeah. He was just hiding, and I'm like, I'm not going to take damage off you. Yeah, I know, MC was like pretty entertaining in this game. He basically rooted all of the initial speedrun strat for this game, and like his initial world record was what, 1:37.11. He then reduced that down to 1:21.27 during a race.
Best cutscene in the game coming up.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy this. They managed to code this entire sprite of Zelda that's used exactly on this one screen for the slide. Whee! Okay, we're done. We'll never see that again.
Let's die.
Unless I die. Let's not die. Or if I fall off the bridge, let's not do that either. I usually fall off the bridge, but we'll try. Stealthos. So this game still has a lot of the common Zelda enemies. You'll see Stealthos, you'll see Patras. We've already fought some Tektites and Sculptulars. They don't look like Tektites and Sculptulars, but I'll point them out next time we see them. And Levers. This down here is a... Oh, what is this? I forgot what they're called. They're from Zelda 1 though.
Which ones?
These guys. They're little flying dragon things.
The Charmanders.
No, well, yeah. I can't believe what they're called. There's two of them, and this is the second one up here.
Yes, the music loops, so every time you enter a screen, it restarts from the beginning of the file.
Yeah.
So if you run across a screen really quickly, you just get the first snippet of the song over and over and over again. This is true.
It actually varies a little bit through certain dungeons. Like, I know in this dungeon there's like 5 or 6 different variations of that song. Depending on what screen you're on, you'll get a slightly different one.
However, if we do reach that donation goal where I have to play a piano song, I promise that I will not stop and restart constantly every time.
We did talk about doing that. It would be pretty fun, but let's not. Let's just hear the song. It's a good song. This bridge is kind of pointless because you can run easily enough to do it. That bridge is easy. It's the next bridge that's difficult. The next bridge has ice physics, which a few things do in this game, and you just like slide around on the floor. It makes it really tricky. And if you fall off the bridge, it just takes you back to the start of the dungeon. I don't think you take any damage from it. And it doesn't respawn enemies or anything. It just sets you back to the start.
Are those Wizroads?
Yes. These are Wizroads, yeah, and you can only kill them with the dagger. I'm going to pick up that compass. We'll talk about it later. There's a few Wizroads in this game. They're pretty annoying in the 5th dungeon. Don't worry about that one. There's a couple of them here. We're just going to kind of ignore and hope they don't kill me while I'm trying to get over this bridge.
Okay, that was good.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Yes, of course. Let me move my entirety of my... Stay hydrated, fam.
Okay, and these are the Patras, which are, again, from Zelda 1. We also call them golden snitches in this game, because that's definitely what they are. And they gave us a black orb. You might notice in that room there was a door off to the left, just like a random doorway. It doesn't go anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. This dungeon is specifically... Oh, I fell off. Okay, whatever. This dungeon specifically, there's tons of doors all over the place, and any door that I don't walk through... Oh yeah, slide hype.
Good morning, Ganon.
Hey,
Ganon.
We didn't rehearse that, by the way. It just happens. Every door that I don't walk through in this run isn't a real door. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. There's just so many of them. It's really stupid. Like, there's like 7 or 8 different doors in this shrine that just don't go anywhere.
And there are some, like, invisible walls and stuff. Sometimes it's really hard to know where you're supposed to interact with the environment. In many of the CDI games, this is true. Definitely for the 3 Zelda titles. You'll see later for Wand of Gamelon, my favorite
worst
game,
of that.
that there is some of that happening.
Wand of Gamelon is side-on, it's very platform-based. I'm sure Oxy will talk about it a lot more when he's playing. But there are so many little like platforming jumps you have to do that are just really freaking difficult in that game.
No, it's just not if you practice.
No, if you practice.
And the inputs are hard sometimes too.
Yeah, because this
like the inputs have to be really precise.
Okay, first thing I'm going to point in this dungeon. This right here, the black orb that we picked up when we went over the bridge, that I fell off of on the way back. You use the black orb once in this screen. It's the only time you use it in the whole game. It opens that door, and notice that as soon as I use the black orb, it re-equips my wand here. I'm straight back on my main weapon. We can just carry on with the dungeon. Fantastic use of an item. Give me 2 screens. Actually, give me this screen, and I'll complain about that even more. We just got to kill these 2 guys. On this screen, it gives us a knife. We have to pause the game,
Equip the knife.
It's here. Equip the knife. Unpause the game. Use the knife to open the door. We now have to pause the game again and re-equip our weapon because it doesn't do it automatically for no good reason whatsoever. Because on the previous screen it did it for us. On this screen it doesn't.
We'll use that knife over and over and over again in the game.
Only if I die will we use it again. One use on the screen you pick it up on, and you have to unequip it afterwards. I love this guy.
Look to your heart. Look to
Oh
your
my,
dreams.
he looks dangerous.
You'll find that nothing is what it seems.
He's pretty annoying, but he has a really good quote. That is Pasquinard, who's the boss of this shrine. A lot of the bosses in this game will just show up on a screen partway through the shrine to yell at you. Some random quotes, and then they'll just sort of run off and fight them all. Oh my god, no, don't kill me. No!
Well, slide hype.
Thanks, Bonnie. Slide hype.
The slide!
Whee! Welcome to Zelda Slide. Raising money for Director League to build slides around the world.
So when I fell off the bridge earlier, it didn't respawn the enemies, but when you die, it does. So we're gonna have to kill like tons of stuff to get back through this dungeon, which means re-equipping all the weapons. And, stupid. I should be able to do this game deathless by now, but I'm just bad sometimes. It doesn't help that there's a ton of RNG in this game. Like all enemy movement is just total RNG.
Yeah, Hellkith, I budgeted myself $300 to try and get a CDI in some games. I tried like 4 separate times since Zeldathon Hope, and it just never happened.
You can get a console for about $100. You can get Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamelon for about $30 or $40 each.
And then this game.
And then this game. If you want an original copy of this game, you're looking somewhere between $200 and $500, depending on quality and just luck.
Yeah.
I don't have an original copy of this game. I have a reproduction copy. There's a website based in, I think they're based in the UK, that makes reproduction copies of this game. Like they literally print out the CD covers and the manual and everything. And it works. And that was like $30. I'm fine with that. It's so hard to get an original copy now that it's like, I should really stop like collecting rupees. We have about 400 more than I would normally have in a speedrun by now.
The money.
I know, the money's good. I don't need to kill these guys.
I paid like $300 for my copy of Zelda's Adventure, but it was scratched. So kind of disappointed.
Yeah. You have one still sealed. If you have a sealed copy of this game, you are rich.
CDI as well.
Seriously, if you have a sealed copy of this game, you are rich. It's like, they do not exist.
Look to your heart. Look to your dreams. You'll find that nothing is what it seems.
Ford, I get you. I just took a 3-hour nap.
Yeah, I got like a 3-hour nap before this.
I will eventually go back to sleeping 8 hours in a stretch, but probably not until we're done.
Yeah, same.
Unless today.
Get paid the game part 2. Zelda's Rupee Adventure.
See, they're trying to be 3D on this screen, but it doesn't really work. Like, there's a staircase and stuff, but you can just kind of stand here and hit them anyway.
You're breaking the immersion!
Okay, this is a really annoying screen. There's only like a couple screens in this whole game where these enemies exist, and I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they call them brain crabs, and they're just really annoying. They have these projectile attacks that actually do quite a lot of damage. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay.
Careful, careful, careful!
We're good, we're good. Oh yeah, we got a key. I didn't talk about the key earlier. So this game has keys and locks doors, as you would expect any Zelda game to have. Like, we have 1 key in our inventory right now. There are 2 keys in this entire game. They are both in this dungeon, and you can never have them both at the same time. Like, you have to go through a locked door before you can get to the second key.
Really?
So they literally coded that entire key counter on the inventory, and it never goes past 1. It's 2 digits long, and it goes to 1 twice.
I'd like to get my hands on that game.
Perfect. Here's a Wall Master.
Ooh, we got 2 War
We
Masters.
got 2 Wall Masters.
Nice.
And
You'll never see another Wall Master in this
83 cent
game.
donation from Jack LTTP.
Oh, why do I still have
Just
this
got
script?
paid, so I can donate a bit more.
Glad
Nice.
to see you back, Jack.
Welcome back, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
So apparently that's called a mollusca.
Looks like a meatball with
Mollusca.
legs.
Interesting. Thank you.
Tampa.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, boss time.
This is Pascanard. He has a totally fixed movement pattern. If I do this right, I won't get hit, which will be good because I'm on 1 heart.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got hit. Okay, don't die. just don't die, and everything will be fine. We're good.
There we go.
Yay!
Yeah, Pascanard's not too bad. He tends to hit me sort of once or twice, but it's not too bad. You can get through it. Second cutscene. Take a fucking distraction.
For better or worse, you have that information now.
It's not a Steam controller. This is a CDI controller. It's kind of like the old Genesis controllers. It has 3 buttons: button 1, button 2, and button 1 and 2. It just presses them both at the same time, and basically is the same as button 2. And that's it. It's not as good as the other controller. If you get a SNES style controller, it has button 1, button 2, button 1, and button 1 and 2. It has 2 button 1s. It's like, why? Crazy games. Okay, we're going to head towards... Actually, we're just going to go straight to the 3rd shrine. There's not much else we need to do here.
Yes. Can you show the
Oh, go for
controller?
it. Let me just hit. There we go.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. Oh, the Genesis, Sega Mega Drive, whatever you want to call it. It's a Mega Drive in the UK, it's a Genesis in the US. For some reason, I picked up a lot of US terminology. See this? Oh, I'm not actually damaged. This would heal me if I was damaged. A lot of people would think that's like a fairy fountain. It's actually a mermaid pool because this game is brilliant. We don't have fairies, we have mermaids. Live action cutscenes. Fun fact, the actor that played Gaspra in all those cutscenes, big bearded guy, is a guy called Mark Andrade, who is the sound director for this game, who like wrote all the music, the overall theme that Phonic's going to play for us later on if we get that goal, was composed by him, but they just pulled him in to act as Gaspar as well, because like by that point they had run out of budget.
So where do the enemy models come from?
Enemy models are all clay models. So Zelda and any of the other human models you see are real people that they like took photographs and converted them to digital, because digital cameras aren't really a thing. This game was made in like the late 80s, early 90s? Early 90s, I think.
Good morning, Lindsay.
I just saw Lindsay somewhere.
She's around.
She's in chat.
But yeah,
For donations, land.
all of the enemies that we see here were made as like actual clay models. They're like 2 or 3 inches tall, and then they were like posed and photographed put into the game. Same with yeah, that's pretty good. Same with a lot of the backgrounds we see, like Gaspar's tower. Wherever you see him with his bookshelves and his desk and whatever else, that is like a model that's about this big, about this wide, and they just took photographs and green screened them onto it.
Do those models still exist, Organics?
I think so. I've done a lot of googling for this game to like just try and find background info, and the guy that made all those models did an interview probably about 8 or 9 years ago, talking about this game and its development, and there was a lot of photographs at that point of like his collection, because he still has a lot of those models out on shelves and stuff, or at least he did when those photographs were taken. I think that was prior to the interview, but I think when they did the interview he said they were actually just like in storage in a warehouse somewhere. It is my dream one day to track that guy down and like buy a model.
That would be amazing.
It would be crazy to have like an original model from this game, but who even knows?
Sugar, this actually had a very big budget for its time.
Yeah. By the way, shout outs to Rainbow Ghost Dog.
Here, never.
I don't know why it exists, it's just a Rainbow Ghost Dog.
Rainbow Ghost Dog.
This game's so stupid.
It existed solely for this marathon.
Yeah. And yeah, like the timeline for this console is like, it's somewhere after the Super Nintendo but before the PlayStation 1. It's like one of the first consoles to use discs, like proper CDs. Hey. Donations.
shoot, 1631. Oh, that's a really kind of a pretty number. 117, 117.
Shout out to the quacking monkey.
But it's 2 because of the air, right?
Yeah.
But we'll hit team power.
Yeah, sure.
All right, $16.31 donation from Sith Grim, Team Palindrome.
You're on my team.
I don't think the guy that did the models has a Twitter. He has an Etsy. I think a couple of people have tried to contact him through his Etsy. But, whatever. Leave the guy be. He's living his life. Track him down at some point.
I'm good at numbers. I just, like... I apologize, Darcy, for saying it wrong. We have made much more than 117 for direct relief thus far in Zeldathon Recovery. 177, 117, with the intention of it being 71 for the sense. The counter is a little bit goofy, so you totally get credit for the palindrome. This happened last marathon too. I believe we hit 222, 222, and 22 cents, but it popped up as 21, and everybody like face palmed simultaneously.
We know why it's happening now, so we'll get that fixed for the next marathon. Hopefully, we figured out what caused it last.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the graphics like on the TV are actually pretty good. I've not actually seen it on TV this big before, and actually it's pretty good. I only ever play this game when I stream this at home. I use the XSplit window as my TV, which makes it pretty horrible in terms of input lag and stuff. Yo, Cloud Bro. Okay, no, Cloud Bro, why?
Oh,
They were not a bro today.
Cloud Bro, I don't even know what it's actually called. I just call him Cloud Bro. He's a mini boss, and I really don't want to fight him, so I just try and get through that room as quickly as possible without dying.
Which you did.
Yeah, which we did. But that was very painful.
That's exactly the issue.
Yeah.
Good morning, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Oh,
yeah, good
hey,
morning.
I need to message Pikachu because he said the next time I'm on couch that I should let him know.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Also, he might be getting up for work.
Oh, no
nice.
heart drops though. The Patras have a higher heart rate drop than other enemies, at least I think. Can't confirm 100%, but they always seem to drop hearts more often than anyone else does. That's really unlucky. We killed 2 screens full of them with no heart drops. I'm just going to try and dodge these things, which, again, I don't know what these are either, but I call them the ice skating ball heads, because that's basically what they are.
Pretty much.
And then I'm going to actually use some weapons on this next screen. I would normally just plow through the screen with a wand, but we are so low on health, and these mosquitoes, or whatever they are, dragonflies, they are really quite quick and do like to kill me.
Come on, heart drop.
No!
Oh!
Do the whole dungeon again. Oh well. We good. Yeah.
Yeah.
These first 2 screens in this dungeon are really annoying. These little whirlwind enemies. They're really annoying, little quick enemies. They do some good damage. And we can't kill them because we don't have the right weapon for it. You need to kill them with the calm spell, which we could have bought. It's in the tavern where we picked up the dagger, like right near the start of the game. But it costs 100 rupees, and it's like, it's not worth it. You only need it for like 3 things in this whole game. And we don't need to do any of them to finish the game, so we just skip it. But it means you have to just run through those first 2 screens, and you usually end up taking like 2 or 3 hearts of damage, which just sets off this whole dungeon to be a real pain in the backside sometimes, because like you just never have full health to get through this dungeon. Cloud Bro, are you going to be a bro today? No, don't do that! Okay, that's more health than we had last time.
That cloud looked like it's crying, actually.
It's pretty annoying. We're going to kill him later on. He's on another screen as well.
Yes, Black Phoenix. It's as good as it was whenever it happened spontaneously during Zeldathon Hope, and the number is available if you go to the donation secret sound tracker.
The Reddit doc.
Stevens just like snapped to and is on the keyboard now. There you go.
There we go. Okay, we've got some better health.
Good night, not Sean.
Okay, them guys are being good.
So I just checked out Wiki for that thing's name. It's called Unknown.
Oh.
There's no name.
Yeah, there's not a lot of info around on this game. Like, the manual doesn't list enemies at all. Oh, okay, I don't normally kill those 3, but they just kind of lined up, so.
Correct, Tompa.
Yeah. Tompa's like really helpful, by the way. Thanks for helping out in chat all the time, Tompa. Considering, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm not going to finish that thought, but.
Mickey Bauer says hi.
Hi. How are you this beautiful morning?
Morning, Strawberry.
Is it morning where you are? Good morning, Zeldathon. Good morning to you.
And hi, Black Phoenix.
Okay, that opens up the path. So now we get to fight the cloud boss properly. How are we doing on money, by the way? I should use. Oh, 5 yeah, we're fine. We'll use a blue ring here. The blue ring is one of the weapons we're going to use the most in this run. It does way more damage than any other weapon in this game. It's also really expensive. It's like, I think it's like 26 per shot. Yeah, 26 rupees for every shot with this weapon.
Whoa.
But it will.
No,
this one should kill. There we go.
Maybe it's German Batman, maybe.
Yeah, it'll take enemies that normally take like 10 or 15 hits with a wand. It'll take it down to 5 or 6. No, I'm not going to pick up the carpet. The carpet
Iridian,
doesn't
what
do
kind
anything.
of shout-out do you want?
And it's just going to take up space in the inventory, so I usually skip it.
That was a block puzzle.
It is a block puzzle. Every Zelda game needs a block puzzle. There's a couple more block puzzles in this game as well.
We have a $42.42 donation from the Skippy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, the Skippy. Does somebody have the Snapchat device? Excellent. Apparently something cute is there.
I did a selfie of me and Bonnie.
Okay. That's one heart's not great.
Pikafook
but
says,
as long as
"Good
we can
Lord,
get to
I'm
the boss,
still
we're fine.
asleep." Rip.
I need to equip the bow and arrow. Bow and arrow is required for this one shot. You cannot shoot that with any other weapon, and you have to hit it to spawn this bridge. Yeah. The timing on that shot is a little tricky, but you just get used to it. If you miss that shot as well, the screen just starts spawning these little crystals that fly towards you and do they do like a heart of damage per hit. So you have to like take one shot and then walk off the screen, come back on, try again. Otherwise, you just get completely destroyed. I really need to play it safe here because we're pretty low on health. Okay, we're good. Next screen's the boss. This is Avion. Avion will only take damage from the feather, which the storyline of the game says that this is one of her own feathers that fell to the ground and you have to use it against her. Avion is really annoying because her hitbox is enormous, and if you hit her with the wand weapon, then she will take no damage. You have to stand back and make sure that it's actually the feather projectile that hits her to actually do damage. Oh, that was a really solid fight.
Awesome.
Really solid. Avion's another one of those bosses that the first 15 seconds of the fight are fixed movement, and then after that it's random. And yeah, as long as you know what you're doing, you can kill her while it's still fixed movement, which makes it really easy. If she gets to the random movement part, it just becomes a total nightmare. And yes, I do still have world record for this game. 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 7 seconds. No, 1 hour, 20 and 7, or is it 21 and 7? 21:07, yeah, okay. There is indeed a sound for it. It's been discovered. If anyone wants to donate 12107. 12107 is a secret sound.
That's the swinging animation. That's why it looks like it's a keyblade.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's like the lines to show that it's moving. It makes it look a bit weird, but it's just a stick. Speedrun.com/Zeldathon. Yeah, we do need more runners. I also need to put the 100% category up there and fully define what I think 100% is until someone proves me wrong.
Is that the old man from Breath of the Wild? Yes.
Yes.
It is. It definitely is.
$4.90 donation from Zeldathon Genesis Team Fixers.
That laughs.
So it's confirmed. MC's emotes are part of Breath of the Wild. He's
Yeah.
involved in the development. I wonder what he made.
He just couldn't go to E3 because he was too busy getting this ready.
Yeah, that's true.
OC, may I borrow your skull?
Yes, you may.
Well, that sounds painful. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, awesome.
Sweet.
Mojo did it.
Yay! Hooray!
Got a $2 donation from Mojo's Bro Peekafoo. Nice needle hat, Mojo.
It's my porcupine. Good morning.
What?
Yo, you should check Twitter, friends, because Peekafoo has a 3D printer and made this sweet bas relief Triforce ring last night. You should go see some pics of it.
Oh my, it goes so fast.
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh God. Will hook you up?
No.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Enjoy that.
The wheel is awake, so I am awake. What's happening?
Okay.
Nice. Hula hoop goal.
I need somebody to hula hoop with.
I'll hula hoop.
Ah, what? Wait, was that a pause or was that a... No, that was the game being annoying. You can walk through that wall at the bottom right corner and it's just really stupid. Okay. This is the fourth dungeon. This is the Shrine of Destiny. It is a very annoying shrine. Okay, that's good.
In my shrine, have to play my
Yeah.
Oh yes, you got this.
No.
You got this. I'm gonna get real low into this and see if that helps. I need the weighted hoops, man. I had one of these in my living room for 2 years. Do it.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Alright, we got time to do station.
No.
No Station 90 for you.
No, go ahead.
All right. You are watching Zeldathon Recovery, a 6-day charity marathon benefiting Direct Relief. Direct Relief delivers medical supplies and disaster relief to over 70 countries worldwide and every state in America. They are a registered 501c3 nonprofit that has no political or religious affiliation. They not only respond to emergency situations, but provide supplies to those in poverty as well as free medical clinics worldwide. 100% of your donation goes straight to Direct Relief. Twitch is an official partner of Zeldathon Recovery. They have worked with us to make this marathon as amazing as possible. Twitch is the world's leading social video platform and community for gamers. Join Twitch and get streaming, just like Zeldathon. The Yeti is a t-shirt company that has partnered with Zeldathon to bring you shirts. $3 of every shirt will be donated to Direct Relief. We have the Breath of the Wild Link, Majora vs. Fierce Deity Hardcore, Cute Midna and Wolf Link shirt, Windfish Design, and the Zeldathon Recovery Attendee shirt. Go to zeldathon.net/store to buy one or all of these shirts. Remember to follow Zeldathon on social media. Follow our Twitter and Facebook pages. We post all year round. Tons of secrets and hype for our upcoming marathons, Zeldathon Classic in October, and Marathon 18 in December. Check us out on Snapchat, scan the ghost on the screen, or search Zeldathon to find us. Behind-the-scenes looks into the marathon. The Zeldathon Show, a weekly show every Wednesday on this Twitch channel. A podcast-style show where team members discuss gaming, their lives, and Zeldathon, so be sure to follow. Thank you all for watching and your donations. You make this marathon possible.
Couch.
Back to the couch.
Okay.
Strats, Lindsay Pez.
There was no Lindsay on the front camera. Oh no.
I never said that. I just said she had speedrun strats. I didn't take a potty break. I don't know what you're talking about. Hashtag good hydrations.
So yeah, 2 deaths in this shrine so far. This shrine is the thing that probably took me the longest to learn to do speedruns of this game. The Gibdos that keep killing me are just one of the most annoying enemies in the game because they have a pretty big hitbox in terms of where they can hit me, but not so much where I can hit them. And they're also, once they get close to me, they start moving faster than they do normally. The guy on the left there's pretty slow, the guy on the right is super quick because he's closer to me. And so they can run in between me swinging my wand and get a hit on me before I can hit them back. Which just means you can take a ton of damage, yeah. You also get these anti-fairies bouncing around, which don't help at all. And the anti-fairies track towards me with their bounces most of the time. They're a little bit random. Like, yeah, it specifically bounces, like, closest to me if it can.
Portrait! Brother!
Okay, get me over here.
Broganix.
Hey, Broganix.
Alright, so we have a $13.12 donation from Naxandria. Don't forget to save organics. Also, get that money in for phonic music. Yeah, that's right, because that donation goal will be pulled off if not met by the end of this game.
Yeah.
I assume there's a comma in there. It's not save me, it's don't forget to save me.
And the $19.72 donation from Broganix. Sneaky stream watching at work. Also, Liquid.
Brother. Frickin'
I was drinking my drink. I'm sorry. Brother.
Yeah. Hi, bro.
I'm Batman.
So after Zeldathon Hope, with all the Liquid Brother stuff, when I flew back to the UK, like driving home from the airport, I just got a text from my brother with just the word liquid. So I actually replied like, "Brother, it's been too long."
That's
it's like,
awesome.
yeah, that was great.
My first Zelda game was Zelda 1 as well. Is it Aquila? Aquila Ezio?
Looks like Aquila. Aquila Ezio?
Yes,
Oh,
Cordas. I
Ezio.
was drinking my liquid.
That's you.
And my brother's
Makes
here because he just, we've been texting a little bit. I woke him up. I love you. I hope you're enjoying Zeldathon Recovery. Early morning edition. Before work edition. Aquila. Aquila Ezio.
I see. Oh, Majora's Mask is also a good game to start with.
That guy's just gonna bounce around over there.
I started with Ocarina of Time, so I'm pretty mainstream.
Link to the past for me.
A $1 donation from Exile108. Hi.
Zelda 1 for me.
Can't Fairy got stuck.
And hello to you, Exile.
No, don't kill me. I'm tired of
This
dying.
room is super hard.
This one and the next one are like the worst
Which
two
crypt?
rooms. Okay, give me that rupee.
Richie Crypt, are you in chat, friend? We love your art, man.
We're gonna use the blue ring again. I'm trying not to use the blue ring. So we did it the first time through on here, and it does speed this room up a lot, but it costs about 100
Ezio,
rupees.
kind of with a T sound in it too.
Yeah, Ezio. Ezio. It costs like 100-ish rupees, maybe a little less, to get through this room using the blue ring. So I'm trying not to do it too much, because it's very easy to run out of rupees in this game. Okay, okay.
Hey, Richie Crypt, how you doing? For those who don't know, Richie Crypt is one of the t-shirt designers, the Majora vs. Fearsome Deity hardcore shirt that you can pick up on the Yeti.
Hey,
Richie.
Go to zeldathon.net/store.
I bought your shirt.
Nice. Richie streams a lot of his artwork as well. I watched him streaming when he was designing that shirt, and it's really good stuff to watch. It's quite impressive. I'm always impressed by artists. Like I can draw if I have a reference image. Like you've probably seen a couple of things I've done on the whiteboard.
Yes, you can.
As long as I have something in front of me, then I can draw it. That's fine. But people who are like creative and draw their own stuff from scratch always impresses me because I just can't. I can't put something from my brain onto a drawing, but I can put something onto a drawing. Like my eyes to a drawing is fine, my brain to a drawing is not.
You totally should, Silverthorns, and then you should hashtag Zeldathon, tag it on Twitter.
You really should.
Because then I know a bunch of people are following that hashtag right now, in like their tweet deck, etc. So that they can get to see as much of that stuff that gets posted as possible, even if it's not from the official Zeldathon social media Twitter page. We'd love to see
Please
it.
give me a heart.
And remember to put it on the Reddit too.
Oh, the Reddit is good for that as well. Oh, no heart. Okay. See, that third room of Gibdos isn't so bad because it's quite a narrow room. You can just kind of walk along and knock them back. One of them got a hit in me, which means we're on half a heart right now, which makes this next screen really bad. This is what we call Wizrobe RNG. There are two Wizrobes on the screen, one on the right, one at the top. The one at the top is going to either walk... Okay, that was actually perfect. He will either walk straight down or he will walk left then down. If he goes left then down, he will walk straight into me and deal damage, and I will not be able to damage him because he's so close that I'll hit with the wand instead of the dagger projectile and it won't do any damage. I wouldn't normally do this, by the way, but this is like super safe strats because we're really low on health. Oh, no! Walked off without getting the heart. That's really annoying. I was trying to dodge his attack. The heart will despawn as soon as you leave the screen as well. The safe strats did not work.
Thank you, Silverthorns.
But yeah, sometimes you just have to walk on and off that screen like 15 times in a row before he will walk where you can hit him. If he just walks straight into you, you just have to leave and come back. I want that heart. You're going to kill me. I've never had RNG issues on that screen before. I've never had one walk down that path.
Raid methods are a good thing. Have you seen Art Talk with Rosie? She always makes guidelines as the initial part of her picture drawing, and then she goes through and takes them back out.
I'm gonna wait. He's gonna come left eventually.
It helps
okay,
with
no, he's not.
placement and proportions.
Please die. Okay. Rupees are good. I could have really used a heart, but rupees are fine. Okay. I never normally do this, but I really don't want to die again. Because if we die again, we have to do the whole dungeon again. And that'd be like our fourth death. So I'm going to blue ring this room. Which I've never done before. Okay, this blue ring is not working as well. By the way, this room has birds on it. I don't know why. This is a set of 4 rooms that's like a maze. And it's all a bridge that you can fall off of and go back to the start of the dungeon. And it's all ice physics.
Oh god.
And 3 of the screens have Wizrobes on, but that top right screen has birds that make the same sound as Wizrobes. I'm putting that down to programming error myself, but I honestly have no idea. We need to go back to the dagger. Yeah, we're throwing daggers. Every weapon in this game that isn't the staff is like a spell you cast from your staff. So instead of having a broadsword as a weapon, I have a spell that throws broadswords at people. Which is just amazing. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, we're good. We didn't die to the Wizard. I hope I didn't just fall off that bridge. I hope I actually went
Tyler
right.
the Dragon, I drew in Rosie's first art class, and it's the first time I've drawn probably in 8 years. This is my usual.
Okay, let's not die here.
I don't know. I can't words right now. I can't think of what vocabulary term I'm going to use. This is my medium. This is my usual medium for artistic expression.
Okay, here's a boss. This is Malmord. Malmord is very annoying because you see she like disappears into the ground as a little shadow. I can't hit her while she's a shadow in the ground, but she can still hit me with the full hitbox of her entire body.
Yes.
Even though it's completely invisible. So you just have to kind of learn the pattern of exactly where she's going to walk like, all the time. And stay the heck out of the way. And if I can do this without getting hit, I will be very impressed with this.
Oh! Wow. Awesome.
Nice.
That doesn't happen often. And her movement pattern is entirely fixed and it loops. So where she was just running off to the left there, that was the last part of her movement. She would have then just reset and done the exact same pattern over again. So it's not too difficult, but it's so easy to get hit because you just can never see her hitbox. Yeah, it's not normal to get through that without getting hit once. That's very, very good. Okay. Gas brigades. So that was Shrine 4, Shrine 5. Wait, Shrine 5? Yeah, there's Shrine 5. Like, forget what order this video game goes in. It's been a while. So we now need to go to Shrine 5, which is the Shrine of Water. Quickest way to get there is to Death Warp. This is the 3rd and final Death Warp of the run. If this was 100%, there would be another one later on, but it's not, so whatever. There's a shop like right near the spawn in the overworld, but we don't need to go there in any percent.
What foolish human comes.
Death warping at this point in the game is a bit like, eh. I know MC always used to save warp because at this point I've got 8 hearts and just death warping just takes a while. but saving and quitting takes a while as well. So I still think death warping is maybe like a second quicker.
Can someone donate me $5?
To the charity.
Someone
shop.
donating $5 in your name?
Sounds
Maybe?
good.
Maybe the chat can hook you up there. I'm gonna share my finished hat up on Twitter.
Oh, there's more people along, so
Awesome.
oh, this way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
So one of the initial things when I started playing this game.
Great job, Tompa.
Good job.
GDQ schedule? Yeah, no.
Oh, there.
But make sure to watch that marathon after Zeldathon.
Oh yeah, GDQ is a really good marathon.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. The GDQ's great, and it's something I do watch a lot of as well. I never seem to watch it live, like the chat follows me. But
Hey, look, they predicted Skyward Sword.
Yeah, this is the first appearance of a Goddess Harp in any Zelda game
So
chronologically.
they predicted
so-
Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild. What's the next game they predicted?
Exactly. This game is amazing.
They predicted Skyrim.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
And people say this game is bad.
Dodge the ducks that sound like pigs because Zelda's Adventure. These guys throw spiky balls, but whatever. So do these guys. Kill this one. Okay. You can't get past that guy without walking into his hitbox, so you have to like kill him all the way through. And we'll duck into the cave here. So a lot of the weapons in this game that are projectiles have different paths, or like different angles they shoot at. The only way to get this heart container is to use the feather, because it's the only weapon that shoots at the exact angle required to hit that. Every other weapon is a very slightly different angle. And the feather is part of the speedrun route anyway, because you need the feather to hit the to kill the second boss. So it's like only third boss even, so not a problem. The weather out here, Richie, it's pretty hot. Like, it's like 20 to 25 degrees centigrade most days, and it's really humid. It bothers me sometimes to go outside, but like, it's nice. It's a good change. Like, think about the hottest day you would ever have in a British summer, and that's every day here. It's pretty good, but it's also quite overwhelming. So, we have a raft in our inventory here, but we can't use it. We have to pay this guy to use his raft instead. Oh, and I'm doing it wrong. We have to use the Vial of Wind first. Apparently, this raft moves by wind because that's how rafts work, apparently.
Absolutely. Can confirm.
But there's no wind, so we have a Vial of Wind in our inventory that's just going to do that for us.
If you wish to cross the sea, bring us 20 rupees and a vial of
Pay this guy 20 rupees for his
yacht
raft, even though we have our own.
ride down.
Yeah, it's pretty nice though. Like, inside the hotel here we're fine. We got, well, the air conditioning's not working, but we've got a lot of fans on, so like it's pretty cool in here. This is comfortable British weather right now. Like inside the hotel, outside's not so good. Is this the Tessie screen or is it the next screen? And yeah, screen transition in this game, as everyone has seen by now, take forever. Yeah, they predicted Wind Waker, so you run a boat.
Alright.
This game's great. We have a mini-boss here. This is Tessie. She has the biggest hitbox in the world. I'm just going to keep swinging in this direction, and like, there we go, we can hit her from there.
Oh my!
Point this way and still hit her. Like, it just doesn't matter at all. Wait. There we go.
Organics. They predicted the Loch Ness Monster. They predicted real life.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else did they?
Oh, there's a raft in Breath of the Wild, right? See?
Oh
They
my
totally
goodness.
predicted it. This is amazing.
Good morning, Xanadu.
Morning.
How are you?
Oh yeah, everything in America has air conditioning, by the way. It's good. It's quite strange to like, we've been on a few car trips like out to Walmart and stuff. Nice get.
Aurora Morgan.
But like
that's a lot. That's a lot of Celsius.
like it's weird to me because like I'll be in a car on the way to Walmart and it's like, oh, this is nice, you know, air conditioning, everything's fine, and you open the door and it's like, oh my word, it's hot out here. Like, what happened?
Yep.
It's like ridiculous wave of heat as soon as you open the door. Shout outs to this dungeon because the dungeon itself will try to kill you like that.
I don't think I've ever seen those spirits before in any run I've
They
watched.
happen a lot. Like the walls in this dungeon will just try and kill you. It's really annoying. These enemies, and again, I don't think they have a name, but I always call them red chews.
Zol.
Like the choo-choo jellies. Are they Zols?
Zols from Zelda 1.
Nah, whatever, they're red chews. Oh, you're on the map. I didn't want to pick it up.
Congratulations, Skip.
Nice one, Skip. Yeah, congratulations.
Aurora, that's okay.
We just picked up a plank of wood. The plank of wood is used right here. It's like, pick it up, walk down one screen, rebuild the bridge. Okay, we're done. Goodbye, plank of wood.
Because why not?
Yeah. This game has a lot of that. It's pretty silly.
Chorionic mirror, that's like, there are lots of different places in the US where you'll have all 4 seasons experienced in one day. I lived for a while in the state of Indiana where it would snow in the morning and then it would be 95 or 100 degrees Fahrenheit by 2 o'clock.
That was.
Have a good time at work, Gannon. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
we
thanks,
love
man.
you. Thanks for being a supporter.
The enemy we just killed there was one of the Kelpies. There are, I think, 3 or 4 Kelpies. I think there's 3 in this dungeon, but only 2 of them are required. Again, it's one of these things where you have to. Oh, okay. That's annoying.
I have switched hats. I am now working on Link hat number 99.
Oh, very cool.
So I lied on Twitter several days ago. I thought I had made 99 Link hats in preparation for this trip. And I was like, I made 99 hats. The 99th one was mine. I'll make the 100th hat while I'm at Zeldathon. And then I went back and looked at my spreadsheet, because organization, and I realized that I had misfiled a hat that I had made that was not a Link hat in my Link hat category. So this is now my 99th Link hat, and number 100 is also in this bag, my bag of holding. So I have hit myself in the head. So I have this one going, and this one is for one of our attendees right now. I made a different hat for that person, and they came and again talked to me because you can always do this. So Judy was like, I don't know, I feel bad, man, but this hat squeezes my brains. So Judy told MC, like, I don't know what to say to her about maybe getting the hat made a little bit bigger. You just ask. You just ask. Like, yes, 99 Link hats. That's a good idea. So, like, in this situation at Hope, which was my very first marathon, Zeldathon to attend, the chat kept talking about how neat it was that I was making hats. And then finally somebody asked, like, why can't you do this? And then so I started to give them away. So that's what I do on my Twitter, and I give one away every month. Except I'm giving away 2 in June because hashtag Zeldathon Recovery is in June. But I'm going to keep doing that. And just when people love what they do and you are appreciative and proud of what they're doing and you support them, just like Rob is awesome at this game, and he could be sitting here alone on his couch, but instead a bunch of people that love him and love what he does have rallied together to give him support, including you folks in chat, as I point to the chat monitor. So that, like, what you can ask. The least you're gonna hear is no or no why. Like, we're badgering Rosie to continue to work on her Barkle art because it was adorable. That kind of thing. So.
We're good.
So I'm making a hat. This is for Megan from Direct Relief. For those of you who were here a couple of hours ago and she just showed up, she just said, chat, that's us. That's you.
So we're really low on rupees right now. Thanks, Richie. No, we just got through the second of the Kelpies there. So dying in this dungeon is really annoying because the Kelpies, they require, I'll come back to that, they require a blue ring to kill them. And I said earlier, the blue ring costs 26 rupees every shot. And you need like at least 3 shots to kill a Kelpie. And you have to kill 2 of them. If you die in this dungeon, they respawn, you have to kill them again. So that's another like 70 rupees every time you die. Or if you've got past both of them and then die, that's another 140 rupees you have to spend in this dungeon. I say require because you can kill them with a blue ring in 5 shots, and that's what you're supposed to do. But if you've watched all the cutscenes up to this point and you've got your wand power-ups every time, then you can kill them with the wand in 53 hits. I discovered this accidentally during a speedrun attempt where I ran out of rupees and was just like, I'm so annoyed with this Kelpie, and just stood there swinging this wand at it for like a minute, and then it just died. And it's like, oh, okay, we'll just carry on then.
Hello, terraforms.
But yeah, that kicked me off on a ton of
$2.01
research.
donation from Mojo's Bro Peekafoop. Squeeze the brains. Head out to work. Catch you later.
Have a good time. Drive
I thought it was
safe. Say hi to the
56,
people
it's
that
It
I
might be
know
56.
IRL.
It might be 53.
Say
I
hi
don't
to your
remember.
with
There's a
for
spreadsheet.
me. I love you.
I have a spreadsheet of enemies and what weapons you have to use to kill them, and whether you can kill them with a wand or not, and how much hits it takes. And it's like trying to work out the routing there.
Because
Charmander has
I remember
all the friends.
I was in the stream when we were counting them.
Okay. Yeah, no, it might be 50. Yeah, you're probably right. You're
well,
probably right.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Exactly, but
Turtles!
No!
Turtles!
Turtles! These turtles are... I don't know if they're invincible, but you're never on that screen long enough to kill them, so I've never killed one. You just have to kind of knock them back as much as possible and not die. Like that. There we go. This whole raft section is just painful because you're so restricted on movement on this raft. Here's the third Kelpie, by the way. It is completely not required to kill this Kelpie. I used to kill it, and then I discovered it's a complete waste of money. So you just kind of leave him there. And then we have like 2 more screens on the raft, I think, or is it 3? These are, I call them catfish. I don't know what they really are, but they look like catfish. They are just as annoying as the turtles, only slightly smaller and quicker, and will kill me if I'm not really careful. Okay. Good. We've got this
OC's
guy.
kind of soft-spoken.
We got a squid.
Squid, give me the heart. Yeah, we got it.
Yes. Organics. Are you a squid or a kid?
I am a squid. Okay, and now we're coming on to the boss. This boss is Agwanda. Agwanda is a random water type being thing. Agwanda has totally fixed movement, but I don't know the pattern. I still haven't learned Agwanda's movement pattern after all this time. And she has these really annoying attacks that go like everywhere. Like that. And you have to kind of just stand at the right angles to not get hit. Whoa, okay. No, don't kill me. You're going to come up to this corner now, aren't you? Oh no, you're going over there. And then
Is
you
that
come
a
up.
squid or a pig? Yes.
Okay, and now you're going to go... I don't know where you're going to go next.
And now it predicted Morpher.
This way.
This game is so good.
Morpher. Nice. Don't kill me. Just die. One more hit. One more hit.
Wand of
There we
Gamelon,
go.
Tampa, is my completely sincere, unironic favorite Zelda game. And for a couple of reasons. I like the bite-sized games a little bit better. I have more trouble with keeping track of what's going on in Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword, and I find that in those long runs I keep catching the same little snippets of the game over and over again, so I feel like I know portions of Twilight Princess super well, like when Colin pushes the girl out of the way and gets tied to the stake and you have to go do the bridge thing. I've seen that like 1,000 times, but like 60% of the you're stuck as Wolf Link part I haven't really seen. Whereas the CDI games are a nice shorter game. You can sit through the whole thing. I can make an entire hat in the time it takes to do one of these games, but I have to use speedrun strats. And I like that it's a female protagonist because games need that. We need to have that variety. We need to have that opportunity. We need to have that representation. So that's pretty sweet. And it just like it's nostalgic for me. I've got a pretty decent level on me. I'm at least level 30. So it's nice to have some like throwback to 90s cartoons in my mind, and those are the reasons that I really love the game. I would love to learn to play it, but I am #bad at video games, which is partially Pikafoop's fault now that he's left. We had very strict screen time restrictions growing up, and it was like a diminishing supply thing. It was a waste for me to have a turn with the controller in control of the TV content, so I never got to play. I only ever got to backseat game. So I just never, I never got good, I never got practice. And instead, my favorite way to play games is like this, where we're together, there's somebody else in control of the actions on the screen, but we're still a part of it, helping to solve puzzles, trash talking the player, and then I just I'm a support character NPC when it comes to this, and I really like that role. I think it's a good role to have, and anybody can have that. Narvik has been a great support NPC from time to time.
Hey,
we're good.
So, we've got 3 protagonists on the couch. We've got so many support characters. We've got support characters again in the chat. You guys are supporting the Zeldathon Recovery thing too. It's actually you guys that make this happen. It's not us. We could turn the cameras off and we could play video games together, and that would be awesome, but it wouldn't be the same. Zeldathon is you. It's us together. You guys are on the couch with us, and we love that. You guys are the ones sending in the donations, giving us crazy stuff to read or sing, or go do some stupid human tricks, or crazy zany donation goals, letting us share our time and talents with you, like Phonic88. If you guys hit the donation goal by the end of this game, will play some music for us. He's an extraordinarily talented pianist.
Yes.
So, you make this marathon, and direct release reps have shown up. For those of you that weren't here a couple hours ago when Steve was on cam during Hyrule Warriors and during the grilled cheese contest, they are just immediately a part of the family too. Steve is way into it. I don't know if you saw his shoes, but he was totally wearing the Pixel Zelda boat shoes. Love it. One of us. Thanks, Rigger. I actually didn't say that word, but I appreciate it. Anyway, this is the way we play.
Alright, heading into Dungeon 6 here. This is the Shrine of Power.
I just saw Grumpy Gus in the chat.
There's a little store here at the front of Shrine of Power. There's a bunch of flowers, there's a bell, and there's a ribbon. Flowers and the bell, completely useless, as far as I know. Required for 100%,
Thanks,
but completely
Tyler.
useless. But we're going to grab the ribbon here, which is required.
Same for Mojo.
There's okay.
Aww.
I'm just going to do this because I want to, and I wanted to show this up on 100% because this is one of the points of the game that's really stupid 100%. But in 100% we have to get every compass and every map for every dungeon, because 100%. This is how you get the compass for this shrine.
Hello, young one. You look like a friendly neighbor.
Whatever, I'll get that in a minute.
So you just wait.
She's talking. It's a bit quiet for us, but...
Oh, okay.
I don't get to see them very much at all. Did you know that Morgan is visiting the Nate Kennedy? I don't think it's all secret. Am I boring you? No matter. You look like you don't know much.
She stole my rupees!
That's a lot.
My, this water jug is becoming heavy. I wish my husband had installed running water in our house. It's just too expensive. You know how things are these days. I guess I better be moving on. Have a good day and watch out for the picnic. Hurrah!
There we go, compass.
Hooray!
Yay!
And there is no skip for that.
Oh.
There's a few little glitches in this game where you can skip sounds or make it play a different sound that's a little shorter. That one you cannot skip.
It's the girl who stole your rupees.
Yeah, okay. I completely forgot when I triggered that, and I was too late to react to it, but the ladies in pink dress in this dungeon will steal your money. As soon as they touch you, you lose 30 rupees or something.
And you can't get it back?
Nope. But it's okay. We're going to do something in a second.
So
that
they
does more.
predicted Tina to the rupee land as well.
Oh my god.
Ladies and princesses stealing identities. Yeah.
May you use it well.
This guy wants some water out the well and gives us a gold necklace. Shoutouts to MC when he was first speedrunning this game, like developing the whole speedrun route. He did a run where he did everything absolutely perfectly, but forgot to get that necklace, and you can't beat the game without it.
What's that used for?
The enemy before the 7th boss.
Oh.
There's a required enemy kill.
Wow.
Also, mini games. This game predicted Ocarina of Time having mini games. This is the shooting gallery mini game. There we go. We just got a bunch of rupees for that.
And it already has the Majora's Mask improvements to the mini games.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Shoot that. It's a trap, but it's required. It opens a door later on in the dungeon.
Oh, the door's later on in the dungeon?
Yeah. Like you can get through. It's like 2 or 3 screens later or something. That's the raw stick, which is not a good weapon. The manual says the raw stick does extra damage against big enemies. It doesn't. It does about the same damage as the wand, so it's just not worth it. Okay, we had to do that minigame, by the way, because we need this money to get through the rest of this game.
Good morning, Shoot.
We have to buy a ticket to the joust here, which is another 20 rupees. That's into the joust.
Fraggle, I'm a filthy casual. I don't play any games for the stream. But my husband played Triforce Heroes with Lindsay Pez and Shadow Temple the other morning, and it was pretty amazing.
Triforce Heroes is always a good one. So the joust here we're supposed to use the lance weapon for, but I didn't pick up the lance yet. The lance is where we did the second dungeon. It's like way west of there, so you'd have to walk all the way out there to get it, and then like teleport back to the second dungeon and carry on with the game. And it just takes way too long. So instead, we're just going to kill this guy with the wand. Normally, when an enemy flashes blue, it means they're not taking any damage, and red means they are taking damage.
And I am strong.
And I am strong is also a very good quote from this enemy. But this guy does take damage. It just takes a lot of hits.
Why are you killing the organics?
We have to get through this dungeon.
Why does he want to harm you?
Okay.
56 hits?
Oh, this was 56. Okay, maybe I got my numbers backwards with the guys in the Kelpies.
Oh my god, I just had
Thank you.
the biggest flashback in my Zeldathon history, because this game is the biggest memory I have to my first Zeldathon. And
Nice.
I am strong.
And I am strong. It was a big thing in the early Zeldathons, yeah.
It's my biggest memory.
How much longer do you have?
About 20 minutes. This is
20
very
minutes.
long. Yeah.
So that was the first one, right?
$300 in 20 minutes.
The first one. It wasn't the I am strong quote yet.
No, that was the I am strong quote.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, sorry. I kind of
Oh,
talked over it.
no, I didn't hear.
Hey, hi.
Sorry.
So we have about 20 minutes left to the game, and if we hit $300, am I doing my math right?
Oh! Never mind. Thanks, Lindsay. Good
The overworld theme to this game is epic and way better than the whole game.
Nice.
Excellent!
300.
Yay!
Thank you,
That was a $300 donation. I love Zelda and this marathon. This is my 3rd time watching. Keep up the good work. Also, I want to hear the music. Well, that being said, I need to go everywhere to get everything set up. So I'm going to pass this over to someone else. Anybody? I want to go play piano. No?
I guess I'm gonna go get on donations.
All right.
I'm gonna need this to read that screen. So sorry, Charmander. All right, I'm gonna take over donation station.
Thank you, Mojo, and I'll be back soon with piano.
This is our second knight here, the Blue Knight. He will call us weak.
Well,
something about
Dude,
can
rip.
lift a broadsword.
I'm so excited to hear the overworld
Let me
music.
throw all of my stuff.
Yeah.
Have you never heard it before?
Please don't.
Have you not heard it, Elsie?
No?
Oh, it's
Really?
beautiful.
Oh, it's really good.
I think I remember getting linked it once to me somehow, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
it was on. I found the track on YouTube where it was just like a MIDI.
it was beautiful.
I really like the music from the start of the game though. That's
Yeah, the
in
start
this
and the
game.
ending in this game is really good. Arm wrestling? You want to arm wrestle? Not me, but.
Let's do it.
Is there an arm wrestle?
Arm wrestling on
Right here.
couch?
Yeah, right here.
No, that's not gonna work, but
It's gonna work. 3. Oh!
3-0.
Rip
Well,
me.
Get back.
Ow.
shout out to this poorly coded game where there's just tons of empty screens in dungeons.
But I thought you said it's. How many years has it been in QA?
2 years in QA. Yeah, no. This is worse in the next dungeon, by the way. This is the dungeon before last. This is number 6. Dungeon 7, like half the dungeon is just empty. It makes no sense.
There's like It'll trick them. It'll throw them for the loop.
Yeah.
Should
No, they
we
just
find
kind
a
of,
way
I
to
guess,
come up to you and arm wrestle live?
Oh my gosh! Don't kill me.
Oh, that would be pretty sweet if we broke 178K. Wow,
really would.
Phonic, you're really tall. I need to adjust this mic. I'm like sitting. If you could sit on your tiptoes, that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah, the screen's empty as well. I was like expecting enemies. Okay, and this is Ursor, the boss of the 6th shrine.
There we go.
Up there?
I have no idea.
We in there.
Ursor is a bear. He walks in a it's a fixed pattern, but I don't know it again because it's a really long fight. Ursor takes 25 hits to kill, 20 something definitely.
Is there no way to speed it up?
Nope. I've tried weapons. I think the blue ring is effective, but you can't afford the blue ring at this point in the game. It would take still like at least 10 shots, which is 260 rupees. So there's no way you've got that kind of money this late in the game. Especially in 100%. 100% is really, really tight on rupees. So basically this whole fight is just kind of dodging.
Suwaka,
and
which
attacking.
record are you referring
He's
to?
pretty consistent with his movements. So you can kind of just
It's a bear.
wing it.
It's a bear. Did I miss a game over? You're at the boss. I can't.
You did miss. Yeah, I died on the boss. If you die on a boss in this game, you respawn in the room immediately before the boss, which is so helpful. I don't think any other Zelda game does that. Like, at least 90% of Zelda games will just put you at the beginning of the dungeon.
Yay!
There we go.
So even though he just beat it, here's this.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't see this bear in a Zelda game yet, so it must be an upcoming one.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be?
Are there going to be
Come
bears
up
in Breath of
with
the
good
Wild?
names for Zelda
Probably.
that features a bear.
It'd be really cool if there were bears in Breath of the Wild, actually. Like, they've got, like, pigs and stuff that you can hunt. There should be bears. It'd be pretty cool.
We're drawing close. Your journey will carry you down to the north.
Breath of the Wild.
There's a rumbling
Pre-release, spring copy.
glow.
Okay, we've got one more dungeon to do, and then we're out. It's a shame, because Phonic's not going to be set up in time for us to have the overworld theme in the overworld. Well, this is our last trip through the overworld, and it's going to be pretty short, so sadly we won't get that. I guess I can just hop back into the overworld afterwards, just like start a new file. What am I doing? Shrine 2. Compasses I didn't get to talk about earlier. The compasses from each shrine, you can use them in the overworld, and they will teleport you to the entrance of that shrine. This is something that I added to the speedrun route that MC never used to do. He used to like walk around and save warp a lot, but that was it. But compass warping is really quick for certain sections.
Briefer 1989. Just wanted to let you know that we have a digital soundboard right now, and it is not hooked up to our animations. So we don't have the pictures pop up, but we have the sounds.
Yeah. Something's wrong with the original soundboard,
Ganon's not in this
unfortunately.
game. Ganon 11 had to go to work, so he's not in this game anymore.
Yeah. We will fight Ganon in this game. He looks really weird. But we'll fight him. Tektites. So yeah, we use the compass for Shrine 2 there because it's the closest point to Shrine 7. Shrines are dungeons, by the way. I've been saying dungeon this whole run. They're actually called shrines in this game, but dungeon's like a well-recognized word. We're not too far away. I'll stop off and get the lance since we didn't get it earlier. This is where we pick up the lance.
Not everyone here is so ill of temper. Take this as a token of welcome.
There's the lance.
Hello, Ganon 16.
He has two ends. He's the correct one. Freaking invisible walls. This game has so many little invisible walls and like little things getting away.
Just like in Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, they
Silverthorns,
did
you are
shrines.
correct.
Oh
Holy
my
cow!
goodness.
Hi,
This is
Zelda
ridiculous.
Panda.
This game, this will be a plot twist. Breath of the Wild is really this game remade from
Yes.
this perspective. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
prequel.
Confirmed.
Not
the
actually
prequel
Hyrule,
to-
actually Ptolemaic. Yo, isn't Ptolemaic like a southwestern portion of Hyrule?
Southwest-
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
And Breath of the Wild has like the most gigantic map in the world, so Ptolemac's totally going to be in there. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it.
But like Breath of the Wild is the prequel to Zelda's Adventure. Like Link will get cut at the end of the game, and then
Yep.
we go into this one.
There we go. We got it. Figured it
But
out.
that's
We did it,
just
Reddit.
a
Oh my-
theory. Okay,
scorpions.
Theory. Thanks for your donations, and thanks specifically to Monster8812 for that $10.25 donation. Just bought 3 of your T-shirts, kitty cat smiley face. I wanted to donate some more, so here's the $10.25. Let's get some more rupees for direct relief. And then Victory Arms. Thank you so much. That's awesome of you, and that's awesome of you to go grab some shirts. Hope they keep you nice and warm. Thanks to the Yeti for partnering with us. Again, we have these 5 shirts, and then after the marathon is over, there is going to be another one. There's going to be our post-marathon shirt. Like we had one for Hope, and we've had one. I know there was a water
There was one for Deluxe as well.
Man.
There was an adorable something about water for Uganda shirt.
Yeah, I have
So-
water.
Yeah, it was a post. It was no, it wasn't water. That was deluxe.
That was deluxe, okay.
Kind of shirt.
It was for charity water.
I know I
but-
have 3 shirts with photos on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least.
No.
Third one will be this.
Yes, this
This
will be the third
yeah.
shirt. That's a post finale, total raised, continue the hype.
I, blacksmith, have my work. No time.
Thanks. We were late, but we're good.
Schmoopalopicus, thanks for keeping me honest. Silver, thanks for keeping me honest. Piece of Man, 631, thanks for keeping me honest. Just
Dang it,
Conics,
Dan.
thanks for keeping me
Already did.
honest. Mr. Tiger, appreciate.
Okay. This shrine is like I'm really annoyed that I died here. This is the easiest shrine in the game. Like easier than the first one even.
What?
But I took so much damage coming in here. The overworld just before the shrine has these scorpions that do 2.5 hearts of damage per hit, and I walked straight into 2 of them and took like most of my life in damage. It was really a bad move. So yeah, I'm really annoyed that I died in this shrine though.
Look at all the empty rooms.
Yeah, like
Keeping
there's 2
mojo
rooms where they shoot
Onyx.
fireballs at you, but whatever. This room has some bees in it. I don't know why there's bees inside a volcano, but whatever.
For the lols.
Yeah. There's a bird. Just one bird who makes
I
weird
always
noises
chill in
again.
a volcano.
Yeah, exactly. Around open pools of magma.
This is just showing how crazy Zelda is right now in this
And more
adventure.
bees. And we have to kill these bees to put out the fire because
The bees, not the bees.
rupees. Okay, I don't need rupees anymore. I'm just out of habit picked them up. Zelda's Adventure predicted doom.
And now this game predicted Donkey Kong Country. Bees in fire areas.
Yes.
Bees all over the place.
This is Warbane. He's the nicest boss in the game because he gives me a hammer when he goes away.
And isn't that his weakness too?
No, Warbane's weakness is walking through a wall.
His other weakness.
I don't know. I think, yeah, probably the hammer would work on Warbane. We use the hammer to kill Ganon, actually.
Oh.
Ganon you can kill with the wand in 15 hits, but you can kill him with the hammer in 10, which just works out a lot quicker.
Huh.
Obviously.
So, yeah, obviously. Five hits saved is good. Costs some rupees, but as long as you've got like more than about 50 rupees, you're fine at this point in the game.
Was that Ursula again?
Yeah, these are. I think these are dogs rather than bears, but they're basically the same. They look almost identical.
What is that?
Just giant dogs, and there's 3 of them, and these are like the mini bosses of this dungeon. You have to kill all 3 to open up the doorway up here.
Guys, have you
Are they
ever
like
slept?
rocks or
Yes.
Sleep.
I have ever slept.
I have indeed ever
I
slept.
think I slept before, but
I tried it.
Just not within the last
not-
6 to 7
yeah, it's
days
not
or
for me, I
so.
don't think.
What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 7 days
Hi,
since
Liz.
I've.
Hey, Liz.
It's been 7 days since I've had a normal night's sleep, but I have been
Sure.
getting at least a
Golden
little
King
bit of
monkeys.
sleep every day. Liz, hey, what's up? Hello.
These are the king monkeys that bowl fireballs at us because Zelda's Adventure. This is a good video game. Wayne has 2 cutscenes because he's special. To be fair, he doesn't have a boss fight, so it makes it fun. And for some reason, in the middle of this volcano, there's just a bunch of corrugated iron.
Why?
Waffle Buddha with the
Because that
$5
makes sense.
donation. Good morning,
God
Zeldathon.
knows.
Speaking of Breath of the Wild, how much more money do we need to raise to unlock it? LOL, maybe next year.
And this is the chef
Yeah.
monkey with a bow and arrow that requires the gold necklace to kill.
gold necklace.
Okay, so now we're onto Warbane. Ready for the most intense glitch you've ever seen at Zeldathon? Here's how this goes. One hand on the controller. There we go. That's it.
How did he do it?
You just walk through a wall and that's that entire boss fight screen.
Monster, I already too sure. Yes.
We got sound glitch!
Sound
Nice.
Remixing!
Rip the headphone users, I'm so sorry.
That was spooky. Whose hand is that?
I was
The hand.
I was
Oh yeah. So you can't hear the cutscene right now. Basically, as we tried to collect the 7th celestial sign, Ganon has captured us and thrown us into his lair from like 600 feet in the air. Because Ganon's great like that.
Pretty casual, that too.
There's Ganon.
Stop in a second. The sound glitch is just this console being terrible, by the way. Okay, so now we have a boss gauntlet, which is something you don't see in that many Zelda games nowadays. But we're going to have to fight all the bosses again, but they're way weaker. Like, he only took 3 hits instead of 10.
It's a boss rush, but it's the opposite.
Oh wait, no, I don't need to pause yet.
Yeah.
So it's more
Do
like...
you have to follow that thing?
No.
Like, okay, like, so if you know where it ends up, you can just go through
You don't even need to touch it, you just stand still and it'll just take you.
And Dubstep was born. Nice.
Pascal's 3 hits.
So this boss rush is more about showing you, hey, you've beaten so much, you're so good at this game.
Yeah, kind
It's
of.
hyping you up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless you skip some of the bosses.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then you're just like, oh, I've never seen this guy before.
Other
Avion?
games are just gonna frustrate you, give you
Yeah.
hard stuff. This game it's gonna get great. Here, have something to be happy.
Yeah, Avion there, the 3rd boss, still requires the feather to kill, but now dies in 1 hit. And I always take that opportunity, instead of unequipping the feather back to the wand, I equip the hammer straight here, just 'cause it's a little quicker than having to do it later. This is Malmord. Malmord dies instantly and then just gives us a bunch of health, even though we've taken no damage yet.
All the hearts.
All the hearts in the world. This is a free health refill halfway through a boss rush, which is ridiculously easy. This is Aguanda. Aguanda will die in like 4 hits. I missed with the hammer. Okay. Boop, boop. Now next up would be Ursula. A little bit old, yeah. Next up would be Ursula from the next shrine, but for some reason they just didn't put Ursula in the boss rush, so we're going to go straight onto Warbane, who we didn't fight earlier, so this is our first time killing Warbane. But like, whatever.
It's Volvagia.
They predicted Volvagia, confirmed.
This is the new Zelda for review.
And now we are on to Ganon. So Ganon takes 10 hits. Ganon has a fixed pattern as well. Ganon's really easy once you know what you're doing. I'm just going to stand up here for a second. So Ganon teleports around. Donation name, sorry, we'll get that in a second. He teleports around. His pattern is top center, top left, top right, middle center, middle right, top center, and then loop. So this is just top center.
Yeah. He knows this boss's fixed pattern.
Top left. Then I'll go top right. I messed up the first hits, by the way. This is going to take like 13 hits to kill now.
So Ganon is now a Minotaur.
Oh, I messed that one up as well. Ah, no, I keep shooting the wrong way. And now I hit him with a 1. This is a really slow fight. Okay. Middle right. You have to like time it to get the hammer to hit him. Whoa. Okay. No, that's wrong as well. I missed. And now he goes top center again. See, that's how you're supposed to do it, is to get the double hammer hit. You have to like launch early. So he spawns inside one. And then the second one hits him before he goes. There we go.
Yay!
Enjoy the cutscene.
Oh my.
148. Okay. Could have been worse. Terrible graphics. So the music over this final cutscene is really nice music, and also you'll get to see Link about halfway through for the first and only time in this entire game. There is one shot of Link. But yes, pieces restored to Tolomak. There, words. Everything is nice and pretty again. There are some cows and some random animals which aren't in the game anywhere else. There's Link. You look stupid.
Are they getting married?
I assume so.
It's a pretty heavy spoiler for Breath of the Wild.
Princess Zelda, You've succeeded.
Wise words from
The
Gaspar.
victory has brought peace and light back to Ptolemaic. Your courage and strength will not be forgotten. For now, the work is done. Off you go to celebrate Link's return. But first, remember, lessons of the heart, mercy and human kindness prevail. Above all else, farewell, young princess.
And legitimately, I like that message. Lessons of the heart, mercy, and human kindness will prevail above all else. That is a great message, and it's our donation sound. If anyone donates 121.07, which is the world record for this game, that's the donation sound. It's a really good message. How you guys doing back there on piano? Oh. Well, that's a
working
problem.
on it.
Okay.
So everybody with your clap emotes in chat, Rob, that was a great run.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing all of your wisdom, your game theories, your predictions. This has been awesome.
Bob, I would thank you if you didn't spoil up Breath of the Wild. Done.
I'm the world record holder. Hi. MC's in second place. You're right. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of cables in that direction.
Sonic is going headfirst into a literal box of cords.
Oh my god, we're using the.
Do you need
I
the
hope
one
we
off
don't
the
need a
soundboard,
box.
Sonic?
The
Check
soundboard,
the
I think,
soundboard
is
to see
running
if it
one.
has
The
the
digital
PCB.
soundboard.
We volunteer as tribute.
The digital. I think it's just we're running like a headphone.
Project T fan donated while we were getting into that box.
Hey, Tizzy.
Project T fan with $1 says, "Hey Organics, when is Project T coming out again?"
Never.
Thanks, Tissy, less than 3.
Anyway, Tizzy. Project T was my project to try and recreate this whole game in Minecraft. It failed. I had so many ideas, but I'm not good. So yeah. No. His credits take a while.
How many people worked on this game?
A lot of people worked in this game. I've probably missed some of the good credits. Nice.
Special thank you for the folks and beings of Ptolemaic.
Yeah. I probably missed the interesting credits, but so there's 2 people that play Zelda. Don't know why. I think one was in the cutscene at the beginning of the game, one is the actual game sprite. Gaspar, Mark Andrade, is also the sound composer that wrote the overworld theme that we'll hopefully hear in a moment.
He also did the human
He
sprites.
did the
Human sprites.
Oh yeah, he was in Human Sprites. I think I don't know who would be in Human Sprites actually, because Gaspar doesn't have a sprite. Genuinely an interesting question. No, the screen's black. Just give it a minute. Oh, there we go. Into the CDI main menu.
So we're getting there.
Do we?
No, what do you do? This is already where you get you guys.
Are you gonna any luck with it or?
I need to find a mail end from that donation station thing.
Oh.
So let's first get a final round of applause, maybe.
But you can get going.
Yay!
Organics.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
Sweet. Should we?
The
do you want us to do
keyboard is
some
dead.
during your
Long
game,
live
or
the keyboard.
Do you want us to, we can do it now and then transition? Or?
Yeah,
Good.
The soundboard
see if we can do it now. and then
We'll see if we can do it now.
after music.
Precisely.
Yeah, we'll hold off a minute and see if we can get this donation going.
While the soundboard is out of commission, I'm going to go ahead and press button 17.
No, because it'll play over the speakers still, won't it?
It still hooks up to the speaker.
Sorry. Press it during the transition.
Turn the volume.
I'm just going to load up the game again so we can like walk around the overworld a bit while Connor does his song.
Did I read the game?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Hello, ABNF3.
Game muted.
I'm pretty sweet. How are you? Yeah.
Organics. You muted the game? I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone who donated to that file name, by the way. MC Get World Record was my... I think I started the donation train on it when the donations first opened.
Yeah,
but...
I put $1,000 to it. So.
Wow.
What happened?
Thank you, man. Yeah, that was my choice of file name if we could get it.
Organics, what happened to all of your hearts and items?
Yeah, I never saved the game during that entire run, so this is a blank file. Go pick up the wand again. Move around a bit. I don't think there's any other fun little things I can show off here. I can go do the first dungeon real quick and then we can like wander around a little bit just while we wait.
We are still looking into our small keyboard issue here.
Hopefully
but we will fix it or find something else. I'm pretty sure we
do
got
another run, it's fine.
Hey Lisa, I heard you like puzzles.
Goodbye. I heard you love puzzles.
This is how she entreated me to do puzzles with her the other day.
It's okay, it wasn't just you.
Yeah. She just said, it's okay, it wasn't just you. It was every person that she saw the whites of their eyes. She was like, hey, I heard you like puzzles. We weren't even on the really hard puzzle yet.
Hey, when we got to the really hard puzzle, I tried even harder.
That's true.
I tried really hard.
She asked
I
everyone
literally
4
dragged
times.
people over to the puzzle.
Come on, go. Get some coffee.
Yeah, no
before
worries.
my round.
Look at my puzzle. My puzzle's amazing.
I cannot continue that statement, but yes.
And yeah, everyone in chat, I know we just finished this game. We will be switching games in a moment. We're just trying to see if we can get the keyboard hooked up real quick so we can do
We're trying to get you the reward for reaching our donation goal.
Yep, so we can do the donation goal for the overworld music here. Hopefully we can get that done very quickly, but if it's going to take a while, we might just transition anyway, and then we'll play it during the next game. We just think it'd be really nice to be able to play the overworld music while walking around the overworld in this game.
Yes, Corridus, the completely
makes some
black
sense,
puzzle.
but-
So we can do a quick Q&A with chat. Ask us
Q&A.
appropriate questions and we will answer.
Ask us appropriate questions, says Narvik. JDC, we are somewhat behind schedule, but you should have seen, I don't know if you caught any of Twilight Princess, apparently Vidya James
Well done.
blew his estimate out of the water.
Yes, God on 11.
It was
I'm
under
organics.
estimate. Earlier in the marathon, one of the games was not allotted as much time as was expected. So, looking at the schedule,
Hey, Nazroth.
everybody
Hey,
knew,
Nazroth.
hey, we're gonna get behind.
Shout out to Twitch stuff.
It's really not a way to, in an entertaining fashion, complete Triforce Heroes in 6 hours.
Yeah, I saw the Twitch stuff.
So,
Hi, Nazroth.
That's an excellent question. What marathon are we raising money for? We are raising money for direct relief. We give medical supplies all around the world, and I will grab something.
Go for it.
yeah, geography with Narvik.
Walk in circles here.
Yeah. Maybe you won't understand what I'm saying. So, direct relief helps a lot of countries and states in the US. So first I have a map of the US right here. You can see all the states except for Hawaii.
And Alaska.
And Alaska. So I believe Hawaii is around here, and I know Alaska is there. And you see all the dots all around. Those are places that can get medical support via direct relief for free. And if someone is in need, if they need something special, they just call direct relief, and I'll deliver it there. So it's
Gannon,
awesome.
aren't you at work?
And if
When has that ever stopped anyone?
And in case you are asking yourself, is it just for the US? No. They are even greater. They do it all around the world.
Yes, we're playing football.
So here's the map of places that are already covered. You see the US, you see Africa, you see Asia, Europe. They are all around the world. South America, everywhere. So the more money we raise, the better it is for the world and people that are having problems and not enough money to buy their medication. And yeah, they are always looking into adding
not
new
judging.
countries to it.
I was calling
But
him
sometimes
out,
it's
but I'm not
complicated. Sometimes it doesn't work out like planned. but in the long run, they will cover even more. So all your donations are going to a great cause.
Yes. And then I saw another excellent question in chat, and that was, so what is this Zeldathon Classic I keep hearing about? Well, who remembers even just a few marathons ago when the team was a little bit smaller, our space was a little bit smaller, maybe even MC's house size, maybe Moon Hotel ballroom size. We're going to do a little throwback to that, a little nostalgia version of Zeldathon. We're going to do a mini marathon. It's not going to have the full course of games. It's not going to have the full 6 days. And it's going to be in October. It was announced at the same time as the official name and such for this Zeldathon Recovery. Whoa, dude, have a heart. Have a heart.
Those enemies are really annoying, sorry.
Also, I saw different questions. Weather on Mars, pretty rough. Thank God people got here before us so they could build us this beautiful hotel, some sheets, some subways are here.
Dominoes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's only quite strange at nighttime when we go shopping because then we meet aliens and it gets pretty weird pretty fast.
We're getting
Yes.
some requests to do station ID. It's a little early, but I'm happy to go ahead and go to that commercial break once I finish this donation. Deku Shrub with a Nanut666 donation said, to those on the couch and in chat, I have to confirm once and for all. Am I alone in believing that Majora's Mask is the best Zelda game in the series?
Yes.
And you guys be thinking about that.
Yes, you're
Prepare
alone.
your answers while we go to station ID.
I agree.
No, he's
I agree. You are correct.
Good morning. You are watching Zeldathon Recovery. Zeldathon Recovery has the capacity to be a 6-day charity marathon. We are raising money for Direct Relief. Direct Relief, as you saw on that map, if you just did geography with Narvik, is a registered 501c3 nonprofit organization with no political nor religious affiliations. It is just affiliated with being amazing. They provide day-to-day supplies, including free medications, to all 50 United States as well as 70-plus countries around the world. 100% of your donations go directly to Direct Relief. We just get to read about it. We just get to be excited about it. We love your $1 and Buckle 5s. We love the Scott Cawthon. We love everything in between. We just get to read about it. Your money goes directly to Direct Relief. Twitch is an official partner of Zeldathon Recovery. Twitch is working with the Zeldathon team to make this marathon as amazing as possible. Twitch, for those of you who live under some sort of internet-based rock, is the world's leading social video platform and community for gamers just like us. You in chat already have names. That means you've already joined Twitch. That's one step closer to streaming yourself for fun, for charity, alone, or in groups. Feel free to be like Zeldathon and get streaming on Twitch. The Yeti has partnered with Zeldathon Recovery to bring you not 1, 2, 3, nor 4, but 5 limited edition shirts. The pre-order for the shirts ends at the end of the marathon. You can be sporting such fantastic art from our friends like Rosie, who made this Breath of the Wild Link shirt. Richie Crypt, what's up in chat, friend, made this ridiculously fierce Majora versus Fierce Deity shirt. Misky, known for her adorable art, has a Midna and Wolf Link shirt. Drew Eyes made this abstract, amazing constellation windfish design. And Six Alona made the official Zeldathon Recovery attendee shirt. Rob is wearing this shirt right now. Many of us have been wearing it throughout the week. It is not exclusive to IRL attendees. You in chat are attending Zeldathon Recovery by being here in the chat room, spreading the word on social media, sending in your donations to Direct Relief. Therefore, you can rep too. That shirt is available. They are all $11 a piece, $3 of which the Yeti has been donating directly back to Direct Relief throughout the marathon. There is no sell out. You will not miss the last shirt. If you order one, you will get one. $3 to Direct Relief. Speaking of social media, you can follow our Twitter page, Zeldathons plural, our Facebook page, Zeldathon singular, or our Snapshot, Zeldathon or Snapchat, Zeldathon singular, or just scan the ghost. We post year round. There's also an Instagram, which isn't on there. We have content year round. There's hype there. We allude to secrets. We perpetuate inside jokes. Pizza Mans. We're going to give you information on the regular about things like our Zeldathon Classic in October and Marathon 18, which will start sometime in December of 2016. Check us out in those places. Snapchat device is here at Mars. It's being passed around. I think the last time I saw it in use, there was a little bit of stuffed animals being shown off. Also, if you need more Zeldathon in your life than the social media and the direct events can provide, why don't you just check us out once a week at the Zeldathon show? It's on twitch.tv/SuperMCGamer. This podcast-style show features gameplay, special guests, hype, secrets, chat, Q&A. It's worth checking out once a week. You should come see that. And be sure to follow Super MC Gamer. Check out the Zeldathon team on Twitch and Twitter. And let's go back to the couch because I think I heard a keyboard. Thank you, Census Fail. I'm good at English.
All right, thank you guys for waiting. Apologize for the technical issues, but overworld theme from Zelda's Adventure per your donation goal.
So I can't sing along in a sultry voice.
Thanks for the donation, guys. And thank you, Rob, for the game.
Adventure.
Awesome.
That was beautiful, a wonderful rendition. Thank you so much, Phonic88.
Indeed, thank you.
Valor in the chat suggested instead of draping across the piano that I should sit with my back against it and talk about that blockhead Charlie Brown. I love you.
All right, well, thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and do our transition to Wand of Gamelon, my favorite Zelda game.
Zelda has another adventure in her, and it's the Wand of Gamelon.
So this is more of a temperature controlled room for right now, and also where we do a lot of the packing for the U.S. replenishment program. So we do have some clinics that are signed up to receive medications on an ongoing basis. So, you know, you've got people that have chronic conditions, diabetes, hypertension, that kind of thing. They consistently can't afford their medications. They consistently need them. So why would it be a surprise every month when this, you know, clinic needs to make this order? So kind of to your point earlier, you know, what are the things that are consistently needed? We're trying to start this program to make sure that people that need these orders are getting them on a regular basis. Well, it is really difficult when you're trying to deliver a medication that has to be temperature controlled from the time it leaves the facility until the time it arrives to where the patients are that are going to need it, especially in developing countries. So there are specific shipping methods and
customs as well,
and all of these complex things that need to happen to make sure that, you know, like oncology medications and things like that are very specialized and very delicate, very expensive, and really, really important to get to the end recipient, get there in the way that they need to. So it doesn't matter that it's free, it doesn't matter that the person who is going to be receiving it can't pay for it. They deserve to get something that is the absolute best quality, that's done in the way that someone that can't afford it, or, you know, would be able
No, it's
to
like
get.
you guys are covering every base for like a healthy lifestyle instead of just like, oh, here's the product. Be grateful. It's like
Fingers
you guys
crossed.
Are,
Let's hope it gets there the right
You
way.
guys cover every base.
You make sure.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, it
guaranteed.
gets there, and then it's going to work. And if it's not, you guys are there to assist even more, which is awesome.